Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Toku Portal Podcast, Mashin Sentai Kiramager. I am Vashi V, and joining me today is NY. Screw up.
Are, are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live, but the
Okay.
video is
Hi, I'm Rye.
seems to be
uh,
slightly screwed. Either that, or it's just my screen being dumb on the preview.
sorry that we missed last week. I'm adjusting to having moved and a new work schedule. So w- we rescheduled twice last week and things happened and then I almost forgot about this week, so I'm unprepared. So uh sorry that things are a little wonky this time around.
Yeah, I think things are going to be a little
Uh,
interesting.
so we're going to be talking about last week's episode, number 40, uh, wherein Carantula has devised a plan to utilize the illusion stone. Uh, by bringing out the darkness in a human, he can create a Jamenju from it. And if that works, then he won't have a need to open the gates anymore, which is what they've been trying to do.
And honestly, not a bad plan. I'm still unsure how using an illusion stone makes something
Because it
real.
Well, it manifests physical illusions. That's one thing that it can do. So that's how he's using it.
We just saw it actually just make an illusion.
Right. For Takamichi, it was all in his head, but it can manifest physical illusions. Uh, and so to support this, he has a Jamenshi, uh, wire Jamenshi, which can rewire his body to resemble someone else. Unfortunately, how it works, there will be the end of the wire sticking out somewhere, such as the side of your neck. But you just slap like a band aid over that, like something skin colored, and cover it up.
No big deal.
Mm.
Like honestly, it's like this was a very ingenious
Right. Crantula may have lost his fun loving side, but he certainly didn't lose his uh, deviousness. That's the word. Uh, So, Juru, while browsing an art forum, uh, sees one from a kid named Calorie, uh, and goes, "Man, that kid is really talented," and messages him like, "How are you so good at it?" And Calorie messages back like, "Oh, you want to learn how to get better?
plan. Because let's trust random things on the message board.
Why not?"
I mean, this episode's a
So,
very good reason as why to not to.
so he meets up with Calorie-kun, who takes him to his friend that taught him how to draw, an adult, a recluse that keeps himself shut in. But they spend the day together and have a great time. Meanwhile, there's an attack on the city, so the rest of the team goes and deals with it. Only to find that, like, wait, why are there two blues?
Ah,
Now, this was an ingenious plan.
yes, it
By
was.
reveal by revealing his power to the team, they all go back to the base and then start questioning, like, wait, what if one of us is secretly like the villain monster? Though, what if we can't trust who each other is? How do we test this? And in doing so, they are so focused on themselves that they don't bother looking for the real monster out there,
Right, because they're so certain that it's among them.
which is what the monster led them to believe. This is one of Carantula's best plans.
Like this has been like this whole Monster of the Week gimmick has been staple of sci-fi for like generations and stuff like that. Like, but this is we fully get to see like just how much of a problem it could be, because typically what we when we see it, it's just, oh, the it's not me, it's him, it's not me, it's him. We never see the whole, well, what would happen if this situation happened. but the monster didn't end up back with them, and it like that sowing dissension within the ranks is fantastic.
Right, usually it's one of them, but in this case, like, no, it was none of them. It wanted them to think it was, though.
Oh yeah, because it let it do what it wanted to do.
Yeah. So while they're arguing over who ate how many crackers that morning,
Of all of the ways, like you could prove somebody is somebody, that's like the least ingenious way to do it.
and
That was
it doesn't work when Sayo doesn't remember how many crackers she ate.
neither do they. It only works if somebody remembers.
And so their backup plan is, well, you know what you can't fake? A laugh. And they start tickling each other to make sure that that's a genuine laugh.
Because again,
This is like, is that how Takamichi usually laughs? Is it?
it's such a weird but great episode.
And then you get the fake out when Juru runs into Murio out of the store, but like, no, he was just using that blue gem thing that they can use to make clones of themselves
To
from
play
the
hooky.
beginning of the show.
Yeah, that has never been used since the 2 times it's been used,
Yeah, I think this is the third time.
and it's in this case it's literally used to play
I,
hooky.
I think I predicted this, but I don't remember what I said. So, uh, so the monster's plan is to drive up. Oh, I remember now. They drive up the humans' darkness in their heart.
Right.
And the artist, he's entering a contest, and when he's alone and checking his computer, he's seeing supposedly messages from an alternate universe where he lost, and everyone is shitting on his artwork. That's what they use the illusion stone.
Right. Like, and this was it was such a good switch out too. Like they red herring this episode great.
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw the band-aid on his finger, I completely forgot about the wire thing. So I was like, "Oh, what's that going to be relevant towards?" Completely went over my head that it was supposed to make us think he was the monster.
Like it was that coupled with that evil fucking smile that he did, which in hindsight is just because he's a creepy recluse person who made a friend. It's like they did a decent bait and switch on it, excluding the fact that me and Pixie watched it together, and she's like, as soon as the episode started and he's on the message board talking to Gallery, she's like, "That's gonna be the monster." She called it from the get go.
Now, Keller was a nice surprise to me, and made me go like, "Wait, is is he impersonating the real Calorie, or was there never a real Calorie?"
Right, like that's the point with like these episodes. Like we end up asking questions we'll never get the answer to.
I
And
think the
if
point was there was never a real Calorie,
but
but
but here's the thing, there may actually have been one, and we'll get that passing insight during the end, the epilogue in 4 weeks, where it's just showing random people from the episodes.
and I'll go, "Who's that kid? Why did they focus on him for so long?"
Kind of like that kid in Iron Man 3 or at the end of Avengers that nobody knew who the fuck he was. Turns out he was the kid from Iron Man 3.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, there's somebody at Tony Stark's funeral that nobody knew who the hell he was. Turns out he's supposed to be the kid from Iron Man 3 for no fucking reason. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those situations, and of course, hopefully we'll get to go, hey, look, it's the guy who lives on the lot. Only because if he doesn't show back up in this series, I'm gonna be a little. It's gonna bother
Yeah, I
me a
hope.
little.
Forget Calorie. I hope this guy gets something for the epilogue. Oh, I also love the Lupin Ranger poster he has on his wall.
Yeah, I like the fact that they keep running things are canon.
Mm. Uh, mm. But yeah, the bandit on his hand was just a callus.
From all the hard work he put in.
And he breaks down in front of Juru, basically calling himself a hack.
Never feed into the negativity you read online, kids.
Oh no, not Juru, Calorie. Calorie. Calling himself a hack and such, and then this is when the monster reveals himself, like, because he's like, I just want to destroy the world. Then do it. Take my hand and come with me. And
Sorry.
from the darkness in his heart births the Jumenju. So when the heroes have to go and fight, it's like, wait, we can't defeat him.
I feel like
He's
we've seen this
human.
before. I feel like we've seen this before.
We can't defeat him. He's human.
Yes. Or more specifically, we can't defeat him. There's a human inside of it. Most recently, Saber, and the one
I
that
feel
did
like
really
this
well.
is the.
This is the
I feel
L
like this is
syndrome.
the. I feel like this is the third time we've seen the same kind of plot line in both Saber and Kiramager.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, I think all of them were taken from O's.
uh,
In
uh,
fairness, O's was great.
but yeah, they do end up defeating the monster. When Takamichi drills into his chest so they can pull him out. Uh,
Which again, I keep forgetting
and
he has a hand.
yeah, you don't see it, but it's there.
That's the second time we've seen that hand, and keep forgetting it's there.
And as he's being pulled out, and he's in the black nothingness, and there's that one light shining from above him, and then boom, like his passion surrounds him.
Like they did imagery in this episode fantastically.
This might be the best episode.
Hold that
Especially,
thought. Hold that thought.
oh.
Yes, hold that thought.
So we'll get to that later though. Uh, so this episode does do the thing where like the positive and cheerful one, you piss them off. You don't make them mad. You straight up piss them off. Like Drew is fucking
Oh
pissed
yeah, he's absolutely livid.
when he's facing the Jimenchi one-on-one on the ground. It's like I could hear it in my head. Like, you alone, I can't forgive.
Yeah, like it's that righteous anger.
Uh,
Like I don't want to defeat you because you're evil. It's I want to defeat you because you're a piece of shit.
Also, the way they take out the Jimenju, with like throwing the ladder at him, and then the shark
The
train
train
rides
rides, yeah.
alongside. It's like that's good. That's good right there.
And it's a throwback to one of the first finishers it had
Right.
when it launched Mock Down it. Because originally it was the ladder and it launched Mock Down the ladder. So nice to see that got an upgrade.
But yeah, no, this is why I love suit acting, where it's like the helmet doesn't change facial expressions. It has the same one. But you can tell he's pissed.
Right, like, and Sentai has gotten a lot better with it over the last, I want to say 4 or 5 years, it's really gotten exceptional with it.
One that stood out to me in particular was in build. Early on, before things got too heavy, like there's a moment where he saves a mother and child, and you can tell he's smiling underneath that mask.
Right, and then the ever present, I am the dumbest person alive.
Uh,
I will
so
never
yeah,
pretend to live that down.
Yodana comes in, not to save the monster. No, she just wants to retrieve the stone so it's not lost.
Yeah.
And I do like the credit scene of her going like, "Wait, was it always this color? Oh well, I like it this way."
Like, Donna's a character that, even when, like,
It's gonna be sad when she dies.
yeah. Speaking of sad,
Juru returns or rather, goes to the artist and says, "Thank you for this pencil you gave me. In exchange, here's one of my pens." As the guy is leaning against a wall, bawling his eyes out as his world literally
just
crumbled
crumbled around
around
him.
him. Uh, Later, they go back to try and visit him, but the building is gone.
Again, how much
Like,
was reality in what we saw of that episode?
it's just gone. It's just an empty lot. And then they pass by a store where Jiro notices, wait, this drawing. This is definitely his artwork.
Like I said, it makes you wonder how much of the episode was just the stone
Like,
casting illusion.
versus Carantula's plan to birth
Dementia,
Jimenchu from
right?
humans.
Because that makes me think like, oh, this everything about what we saw was an illusion,
But was it?
right?
Someone had to be, like, that human had to have existed
Right,
because that was Carantula's plan.
right. Like both calorie had to exist because that's the only way calorie could take somebody's form. Because
And
the other guy had to exist because it was literally built for his illusion
and we know that the stone came because we saw with Takamichi. Takamichi lost all sense
of where he
of
was at.
place and time.
Right,
Like, so did they just find this artist and create a fake life for him?
and then just illusion, and he's back to where he should be. I mean, there's a lot of questions that this episode brings up that will never get answered.
Uh, so that's episode 40. Now, for episode 41, I forgot to watch it. So,
So
uh,
we're gonna do sort of a watch along with Rye.
yeah, so special this time. You're going to hear my reactions to the episode as I'm watching it. So if you want to watch along, go ahead and bring up the episode. This is commercial free, and go ahead and press start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Carantula. He's gathering all his thoughts. No, he's stuck. He's got nothing.
Yep, he's got artist block. Like, this is one of those episodes is like where everything falls into place just the right time.
Oh, the wire job man was such a good plan that like he has nothing else. Like, how do I top that? How do I do anything else?
Right, because my greatest plan failed. What the hell?
You're stupid to the core. Wow, Yodana speaks it how it
Oh,
is.
Donna's straight harsh this entire episode.
the greatest and evilest Dimension in history. Oh my god, he shoved Garuza out of the way.
Oh yeah. Remember this when it happens.
Oh. Oh. Oh, he. Who's that?
That is
Who's that?
that is the monster of the week. And for the
Oh, what is
record,
going on?
this is the episode that I sent you the subtitle, the translation, the
Yeah,
subtitle
the
for
where they translated his name weird.
to Crunchula.
Crunchula. Not even close. It's not. That's not even close.
It's like they just shoved Crunch and Count Chocula together.
Carantula. Kuro as in dark, and Tarantula. It's a portmanteau.
Yeah, which they usually are. Like the monster names make sense. Like the Marsk, like that makes sense. You know, play on the word mask.
Right.
It's fitting and makes sense as a more literal translation for Jumanji, Jumanji or whichever one it is.
Jamenchi are the small ground monsters,
Yeah.
while the Jamenchu are the giant ones that you have to fight with robots. While we're waiting for the intro to play out, my roommate Teddy doesn't like giant robots.
How do you not like giant robots?
He thinks they're pointless. Why not just build a giant gun at that point?
Well, because at that point you're building Megatron, and what the fuck?
uh, what he doesn't get is that they are the giant gun, just in a mobile state.
Right.
I didn't have the heart to tell him about Ranger, where they had a robot that did turn into a giant gun and use another robot to wield it.
Literally
that would have.
Megatron.
He wouldn't have been okay with that, I think.
No, he probably would have went, fuck it, I'm out. You gave me what I wanted and fucked it up.
Juru's drawing as usual.
But more in an aspect of just because he wants to. And like the explanation that like Tametono and everybody gives is pretty solid too.
Oh, and they're talking about creative block as a casual conversation. That's nice.
Like, and it's a legitimate, and everything they say is legitimate. It's like when you do something just for the sake of this is fun, versus this is something I have to do.
Right.
It makes it's.
Are those cat ears? Oh my god.
Yes, it's this. This is the episode. Have fun.
I remember the preview now.
Yeah, they went all out with this, and there are things that happen that I cannot comment on.
Is this weirder than the marshmallow monster?
To start with, yes, for different reasons.
Cats are selfish, fickle, sleep a lot. I'm not hearing the downsides here. Oh, you're gonna steal all their energy while they're cats? How does that work?
Cats are lazy, they don't need the energy.
Oh my god, the translator had fun with the cat puns. Transform.
Yes, they did. The whole episode have fun with the cat puns.
Who translated this? Lunagel?
I think so. I think that's his name was on it.
Alright, standard fight. Does this show, like, they usually do a good job of justifying the fights, because standard Sentai, the way it works is that, like, you fight the monster, and then either the Rangers have a hard time beating it because they need to overcome some weird gimmick, or they're too strong for the monster, and the monster has to retreat and come back stronger, and then you have the second final fight. But Kiramager, while it does do that, sometimes it does it differently, where it's like, hey, let's have a different justification for the fight here. Like last week when it was, hey, make the Rangers think there's a traitor among them.
Like this one. Wait do you see the justification for why this fight ends?
Yeah, they're turning into cats. He hit Juru, Cena, and Sayo, I think.
Yeah, I'm not. I have to stop talking now because I'm not allowed to for reasons.
Um, yeah,
Like,
they're all freak. The rest of them are freaking out.
yeah.
Cena's got ups.
Oh yeah, she does. They went all out on them acting like cats.
Uh, I want. Oh, that was a crotch. I wonder how they decided who was going to do this. Like, did these three volunteer?
Well, given Sayo's history like with Ghost and all that, I can very much see her going, "Yeah, screw it, I'll do it." I spent an entire year just saying one name over and over again. What's acting like a cat now?
Carantula is let down by his own plan.
Because
Oh, oh
because
no. Cat Juru has his eyes set on Carantula's
yeah.
staff.
Well, no, it's the bracelets.
It's the bracelets, yeah, but like I feel like he's gonna get the staff.
Um, but I love the justification for why this fight ends. Because again, it's neither one of those. It's literally the monster of the week went,
Mach,
no, fuck it, I'm out.
Mach is ready to blow his load.
Yeah, and I completely understand it. I still love the aspect of them chasing him down and the Wonder Cat punch.
I was chewing, so I couldn't laugh. But this is hilarious.
Oh, this episode
First of
still
all, why did they
features
censor the fish?
dead anchovies, I
Second
guess. I
off,
don't know.
I love Carantula scolding Drew. Like, aren't you a Kiramager? Why are you following me?
Oh yeah, the whole Tarantula Juru thing is pure fucking gold this episode.
And now he's looking at his art book.
Congratulations, it begins.
Oh no. Am I gonna be sad later?
Two
Oh
seasons.
my god. That's what's happening. He's lamenting the loss of his playful side. And he's realizing how interesting Earth is and how much he likes it. We were talking about this throughout the series.
Right, like if any character were to jump ship, it would make sense for Carangela.
I didn't expect it. I feel like I'm gonna be sad.
Come on, Rye. Like you've never watched. It's like you've watched Sentai before.
It's like I've watched too much of this. I'm already depressed. This is so adorable and I hate it.
And now this was exactly Pixie's response during during this entire episode. Oh, poor Tarantula.
Yaguruza's figuring it out. Like, what did he change because he lost a part of himself? Yes.
No. Well, yes, but this is not what he lost. Because again, this is that earlier conversation is important.
Oh, he can command all the cats that he created. to attack humans. I see. Clever. That's where the energy part comes in. Okay,
No,
I find I. What?
no. This is Little Miss Bitch doing it. This was not
Yodana
the
kicked
plan.
him.
Yeah, this was not the plan.
Oh, because she whipped him. I see. Well, I'm seeing the downside now, at least.
And to be fair, this is
Crunch,
something he.
crunch. That is a butterfly.
Yeah, yeah. We got the beautiful painting by
Oh,
Kiramager.
Crunchel is having fun again. Remember when he had fun with his monsters? Remember when he played red light, green light with the heroes?
Remember when he got addicted to marshmallows?
And he
Because
was
he played
sad
red
when
light, green light.
he was sad because he was out, so he made a monster to get him more.
I'll say that run through of the monsters he made was like sad because it literally set up exactly what you think is gonna set up.
Yeah, Yodana is going through the spiel now. She's got the staff. She's gathering enough darkness energy.
Fuck it.
Canned cat food,
Yeah,
Jimenchu.
yeah. Yeah, gotta give Carangela credit when he goes all out with his theme.
You know what? That looks like a Godzilla villain.
Like if you stuck a freaking can on his head.
So, oof. Okay. Yeah, they can't deal with the Sina and Sayo cats. Every so often, I forget that Takamichi is the mech.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that periodically too. Like I shouldn't, but I do.
Not only were you unable to create a Jamenchi, you were dueling with the enemy. You're not worth anything now. Damn.
Yeah, Anna's in full bitch mode.
Oh, she's destroying the butterfly. What's Crunchla gonna do?
He's gonna do the dumb thing.
Drew's
After Drew,
protecting his friend.
yup.
Oh, oh, is Drew back to normal now? He is. He's regained his sense of self. Oh, but he doesn't remember. No.
Mm.
Crunchla saved him, but he doesn't remember.
Oh no, he remembers Crunchella saving him. Namely, because he's kind of required to do to for him to do what he does.
Well, Crunchla is also holding back Yodana, is telling Jiro, like, go, go, fight the monster.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
that
this.
whole "don't you have somewhere else to be right now?"
Yeah, Crunchla is a traitor now.
Yeah,
Oh.
goes about as well as you think it will.
Be- His pride as a Jaman tamer.
Like this is,
Yodana, do you really not understand pride?
to be fair, she's
Oh.
not a real person.
I like the way he describes himself as having become polished.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. It's pure gold. Which that's gonna piss somebody off.
I will say, this might be the most chaos I've seen from one of the plans.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, this was just chaos out of the ass. It's like because typically it's like, oh, a building or so gets destroyed, and a bunch of people are inconvenienced.
So is awakened, but he still has his cat stuff,
Yeah,
and he mimicked Carantula's awakening technique.
which was I said he remembers what just happened. He doesn't remember the whole playing around
He
part.
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't remember the playing around part. This is what you meant by the roll call.
Yes. Oh, just wait. It gets better.
Oh, they all have one.
Yes, all three of them.
Okay, just those three,
Just
not the
those
ones
three.
that get hit.
Just wait for the pose.
Uh, it's gonna spell the kanji for like Nia, isn't it?
No, no. They're gonna do the other thing.
Seriously.
Yes, they're doing the cat poses while doing the pose.
And Kiramania.
Like I said, I think this hands down is my favorite just random ass roll call.
How's the final roll call gonna top this?
I know, right?
Oh,
I think literally the only way the final roll call tops this is if Carantula is involved. Oh wait, I made myself sad.
yeah, Shigeru and Tamito are trying to copy the cat stuff. It's kind of working for them.
Yeah, it actually ends up effective.
Oh no. It's difficult to keep winking Jamis just to win a battle. He wants to create them as an artist.
He wants to do it because he wants to, not because he's being forced to.
Mm.
Which again ties
Like,
directly into
like
that conversation
instead
earlier.
of just Jamin that are designed to, fight, I want to make Jamin that can do other things.
Right.
But Emperor Yodam has decided he has no more use for Carantula.
Yeah.
He's showing up himself to personally deal with the matter. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Sad face.
There's no coming back from that. And the slow fall into the ocean. Oh, no. Oh,
It
I
gets
am sad now.
keep watching, it gets worse.
How can it get worse?
Oh,
What was that cartoonish sound effect?
of when they did the water onsen.
No. Takamichi is fighting the monster and launches him into the air, and the guy does a backflip as a cartoonish sound effect plays.
Oh, I didn't hear the sound effect on that one. I really wasn't paying
It's been a
attention.
long time since we've seen the drill actually drill underground.
Right, and instead of it being kind of badass, we just get this comical.
Oh, of course, water
Yeah.
cures the whatever. Oh no, it didn't cure anything. It just made the monster be like, I'm all wet now.
Like a
But it,
cat.
but it gave them the opening they needed to power up. Careful arrow, go. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
both at the same time.
it's one side to the next. I love when they do that shit.
Oh.
It's what
Uh,
I loved about about the start of what was it, Go Buster?
yeah, I think so. Oh wait, maybe it wasn't censored. Maybe my computer monitor
No,
was
it
just
was
freaking
censored.
out.
Mine did it too.
Oh, oh, okay.
On the fish.
Cause yeah, because my computer just pixelated some of the artwork here,
Oh no,
but I
no,
think
that
that was just
yeah, it does. It did that too.
oh,
It's
huh.
a thing. I don't know why.
Oh, oh, he does remember that he had fun with Crunchly because he said he enjoyed doing it.
And like I said,
Oh,
it gets worse because Guru doesn't
oh,
know.
what's the credit scene? What is it? Is it gonna break my heart?
No, no.
Wait, Garuza saved him?
Yup, Garuza saved him.
What is going on?
This episode played the fuck out of your emotions.
Garuza, you literally betrayed your entire race for this.
Oh, he
Now
has
is
a boy. He's got a
are
reason.
is he gonna try and like take over the Yodam army?
Oh no, no. He's got something else in mind.
Oh,
As with the preview.
uh, and this show does a good job of transitioning to the ending credits, without it feeling like whiplash,
Unlike
like
a certain other show.
yeah, like Real Soldier,
Oh,
where
not
it's
as
like
dead. Da, 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 da.
oh, next Kiramager, Jiru in school. This is the power of the Yodam army. Oh, oh, Garuza wanted Carantula's inspiration.
And assistance.
There's a weird effect on this.
Yeah, yeah, there is.
Is this is this another illusion stone
I
thing?
don't know because and that's where I truly noticed like the artwork being censored.
That is a really good episode. Oh, Carantula lived though. I was like, oh, there's no coming back from this attack, but Garuza jumped in and saved him.
You know how hard it was not to say something at that point.
Is that why you said you weren't allowed to talk?
No, I'm not allowed to talk about Neko, Senna, and Sayo. For
Did you
reasons.
say something and Pixie got mad at you?
Oh no, I've made enough comments on this podcast that you know are a little perverted. I don't need to add to them.
Oh,
But did you notice the reference this episode? Because it was there.
what? The ninja reference.
No, the pen pineapple.
Oh, I didn't.
When they're playing with cat toys, Mabushina's sitting on the couch with a pen in an apple and a pen in a pineapple. I was sitting there going, look, they did it.
Uh,
It's sad when that's one of
okay,
the
that
highlights.
was.
That's one of the highlights I have for for this series is finding those references.
Let me just back up a bit. See if I can't find it.
It's once they're all back at the base,
Yeah.
and she's sitting
They,
next when she's sitting next to Murray. I want to say it's like right before
oh, yep, I see it. I see
yeah,
it.
like 100%. There's no mistake in that. Once you notice it, it's like motherfucker.
I think while I was watching, I glanced over and saw that and went, I don't. uh, didn't quite
It didn't
pay enough
click.
attention to it.
It's one of
I
those you're
just
like,
saw her holding those and then went, I have no idea what that's relevant to anything. There's other shit going on right now.
right. Like, and I always mention with Pixie, like in terms of this episode, it's seemingly the last couple of episode series, like they've done it more in the last couple of series than they have a lot, where they make you feel bad for a villain, like for their circumstances and all that. Like we got it with Crayon when Precious and what's his name showed up, Gedulaeus. Um, we got it with Gelashito. Um, we got it with who's the other one that I was thinking of a minute ago? Lucky Roo and Canderella.
Lucky Roo they were teasing for a while though.
Right. It's like, but it builds that you that the
I
sympathy.
Gallon. I Gallon was the one where they curveballed your sympathy for him at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, they did on that one. Yeah.
To the point where Black is pissed that he feels bad for him.
Like is that curveball everybody's feelings, theirs included. But like it's rare for them to pull the sympathy card. Like especially if like if given the way everything this episode played out up until the post credit scenes, when they just kill off a villain. Usually there's not a lot of sympathy involved for the villain that dies.
Like when we thought Tarantula died though, we're asking ourselves like, how do you top this though? Why would he be saved?
Fuck you. That's why.
So thanks for joining us tonight, everybody.
We'll be back for the, you know, first of the last 4 episodes
Ah,
before
shit's
it's
getting real now.
oh shit's getting real, and then it's gonna turn into Go Kaiger season 2.
It's like we got yeah, like it's time to start taking out the generals before taking out the final boss.
Like, and this is one of those things like where leading into this is like there have been villains that we've gotten to the final boss, and it's like the final boss feels like it comes out of nowhere.
More than Ryu Soldier, I'm gonna miss this show.
Oh yeah. Like I miss
Like
Real Soldier for very specific reasons.
I miss the character interactions from Ryu Soldier.
I miss that,
Uh,
and I miss specific characters. Like this, I'm just gonna miss everything about this.
like the new series is already starting off at a disadvantage for us. Like
Like,
there's no way.
like the
It,
main reason
it's
why the new season is starting off at such a disadvantage is because there's nothing that seems unique about it.
which is kind of the point.
Right, which makes sense. I mean, to be fair, nothing about Go Kaiger felt truly
It's,
unique, rather than the whole pirate aesthetic.
I was gonna say like the pirate and like using other ranger powers. Like they didn't have the
Right.
one suit they turned into.
That like in that aspect it was unique. It's like, but overall, like when it did the specific Ranger episodes, those episodes felt like a continuation of the series that they were a part of, because they technically were. So like the interaction with Magic Red and so on and so forth throughout the series, like it didn't feel like its own show, but a handful of continuation episodes that happened to have the same cast, but held together so well that it stood on its own.
It's hilarious to me that to watch Deca Ranger, you watch like 1 through 20 or something like that, and then there's like, all right, the Deca Ranger movie, and then in the mid 30s somewhere, it's like, all right, Deca Ranger versus Abba Ranger, and then series ends, and then next series, Magic Ranger versus Deca Ranger, and then you've got oh god, did they? Yeah, they were in the Bokenger thing, right?
Yeah, because that was part of
Yeah.
the crossover
So
team up.
so you got the Bokenger crossover the year later, and then a few years down the road, you've got the Gokaiger episode,
Yeah,
and
then
then
you've
you've
got
got
the
10 years later.
then you've got the girls in space and
You've got 10 years
all the
later,
Gavon stuff.
you got 10 years later, Girls in Space, Gavon, you've got the Q Ranger crossover.
Like we joke about Deno, about Kamen Rider Deno never ending. God damn it,
Deca Ranger,
Deca Ranger hasn't ended either.
Deca Ranger almost got a second season.
And
Like,
justifiably so.
the only reason it didn't is because Toei wasn't sure it could budget two ongoing Sentai series like that.
You know, and they've proven that they can given the fact that they did Amazons.
They did Akiba Ranger
Yeah,
first.
they did Akiba Ranger, which, to be fair, that was for a slightly different audience.
Right, but still, like, that was like years later though when they felt like they could do it, but even then those were half seasons.
Right. It's like, but you look at, um, like how many seasons of Amazons is there? Three,
No, two in a
two,
movie.
two in a movie, all of which happened during two different two different writer shows.
Uh it was Driving Ghost or Ghost and Build, I don't remember.
Yeah, it went on during two of them. It's like Toei has proven that they could do it. Dude, could you imagine getting a second season now?
Of Deca Ranger?
Yes.
No, Luca. I don't. Luca. Jasmine is, I believe, retired from acting because she is a mother now.
Yeah, because they did that whole, um,
Yeah,
that mom special.
and they wrote that into the 10 Years Later movie where she had minimal roles because, hey, she's a mother now.
Be disappointing. The only way to do that right would be to promote, what the hell was it? Umiko to yellow and then get a new pink. Basically, do the
No.
Operation Overdrive
So,
explanation
uh,
for Bridge.
Hmm. Well, well, first I was green, and then I got our blue became red, so I became blue, and then
Our second red got
our
became blue.
commander, who was a dog, got promoted general commander, who used to be a bird, and then our red became the commander, and so I got promoted to red,
God.
and everyone just pretended that they knew what that meant.
Yeah, everybody just went, yeah, okay, Space Cadet. But like, this is a show that's like, I'm gonna miss this series for a multitude of reasons.
Oh right, we were talking about Kiramager.
Yeah, Kiramager. Like everything from like the cast to all of the parody shit they did, everything that was legitimate, you know, standalone Sentai shit. Everything about this show, I'm gonna fucking miss.
This is not a Sentai you get every year. This is something beautiful.
Oh yes, like it's because like I said, it's like since the inception, since the first handful of episodes, was like all we've thought about this show is the fact that it was a parody, and it's
And
40 episodes in, or 41 episodes in, it 100% still feels like a parody show.
but it's
Hands down,
good.
but it
Like it
standalone, like standalone, ignoring the parody aspect of it, it is written fantastically.
it's like a parody could easily overstay its welcome, but this one didn't.
Right, like it knew where to draw the lines to ramp up the trauma and you know everything else that.
And it brought back full team power-ups.
And they did it in a way that not only is it a full team power up, but it's also the standard shared power up and the red only power up. It is literally all three of those wrapped into one because it's it gets passed around because whoever happens to call the arrow uses it, and it's either full team, one person, or whichever ones happen to be standing there at the time.
And Juru uses it to pilot his personal mech, the King.
Yeah, which
Oh.
led to the most inappropriate thing the show has ever said. Get inside me, boy.
All right, for real this time. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody.
We'll be back tomorrow for Kamen Rider Saber, which I need to watch episode 20. I will not wait until the actual podcast to watch it. Die.
I watched that one on my break at work. I'm actually enjoying Saber now.
Which that's the main reason why I'm looking forward to actually doing the podcast is I haven't watched it yet, but everything makes it seem.
I just want to say that I've been making a lot of comments about Saber's first arc, and then Drago rewatched it from the beginning,
And
like no waiting.
Every single one of them.
I am so vindicated.
Like, because I've been keeping track of that entire fucking thing. Is like, yeah, it's 100%. You were 100% validated. But we'll be back for that. And, we'll see how amazing this arc continues to be. And then we'll be back next week for the start of the last 4 episodes.